Yes, bad bitch, which bad bitch, don't ya?
Ugh, you are a snob and a half.
Like a boss, like a hot boss.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Fierce Chats. My name is Sasha, and if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you think about this video. It's a completely free way to support your girl, and why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? We go through this every time, because I don't know. But anywho, what's up, baby? How is everything? How are y'all? We are hopping into episode 3, Fierce Chat season 3, episode 3. Like, let's get into it. I'm actually on location right now. I am in Vegas. I'm actually here just to support my husband while he is going to a conference for business. So I figure, why not get some of my business done and things like that? We're going to hop into the mess, but who girl? So like I said, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you have your notifications on and things like that so that you know when the next episode does pop up. This episode, we're going to be talking about literally emotional men and mental health, okay? So let's get into it. Let's hop into the mess. I feel like I'm seeing this more and more on the internet, and it's literally so disturbing to me, like beyond disturbing to me. First, let's take a look at this video. Okay, so basically this man, he is showing signs of distress, being upset, being frustrated, but he's at a coffee shop. And shout out to all my coffee girlies, because I love me some good coffee, okay? Period. This man chooses to throw his coffee on a barista. And you can see these two views here where he threw it, and it's only women, and it's only young women that he threw it at. And I'm just like, ew, disgusting, like very much not into it. So this actually happened in Kendall, Florida, at Dadeland. I hope I'm saying it right. Dadeland Mall in Florida. Florida, y'all are weird as hell, okay? Y'all are weird. There's always some weird shit going on in Florida. I know that y'all say stuff going on in Atlanta, but like Florida, y'all very weird, okay? I'm just going to say that. But shout out to all my Floridians, you know, no shade. But anywho, this man, a grown man, and these baristas, they look like they're kids. Like, could be maybe in their anywhere between their mid-20s to teenagers. You know what I'm saying? They sitting over here that made him a drink. Clearly, he was upset about his drink, and he decided that he was going to throw it.
What the hell is going on in here?
Disgusting. I wish I could zoom in. Let's look at this one more time. I wish I could zoom in and see if this man appears to have... Okay, he doesn't appear to have any sort of ring or anything like that on his hand that may also indicate where he's at in life. But I feel like this is crazy to me. Like, and I too often see here in comments and stuff like that, because there was actually this video circulating on TikTok where a man threw his coffee again. Coffee? What the fuck is up with y'all?
Exactly.
Why are y'all mad about coffee? It's not that serious. Your coffee can't be that bad in the world. And as a pregnant woman who used to be a 2 cups of coffee type of bitch, the fact that you just wasted your coffee shows me where you're at in life already. And I'm not into it. But anyways, there was another video circulating around on TikTok, like I said, where the man throws his coffee through the drive-thru. And she actually had a hammer or something. And she threw that shit back. And I was like, okay, period. But the comments were like, oh, well, why did he feel like he needed to do that? No. no, no. I may mention this and I may say it over and over again. At the end of the day, you are entitled to your feelings. However, you're not entitled to your freaking behavior. That shit is not cute. You're not entitled to sit over here and treat people however you want to because of your feelings. It's disgusting. And this is a grown man. And it looks like, let me look one more time. Is this a New York Yankees hat? It is a New York Yankees hat. And it's a dad hat at that. And he chucked that thing at her. Men. But what the fuck is this? This shit here is wild. And I just saw so much stuff like this that I wanted to cover in today's episode. And that was just the tip on the iceberg. So y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this. Make sure that you can listen to this, but then go back on YouTube and look at the visual so you can see this man throwing this coffee and then tell me what you think. Is there any justification for it? And if you think that there is, I'm blocking you. No, I'm just kidding. Here on Fierce Chats, we do accept other opinions and other views on stuff, but this here is crazy, which leads me into our next topic. But let's look back and turn around. So long story short, I see that there was some pitter-patter, some back and forth between SOULJA Boy and B.SIMONE. It really wasn't any back and forth. Long story short, we're going to go ahead and play that content for you so that we can have a little more context about what happened. But it really just sounds like when there is a case of telephone, or when you have somebody that just takes a portion of an entire conversation and just chooses it to morph it into whatever the reality is. You do have to acknowledge you do have to acknowledge someone's reality. I will say that. But again, there's ways to go about it. Long story short, B.SIMONE, she is talking on her podcast and she is saying that she's talking real light. Like, it really isn't even a thing where she is talking about SOULJA Boy for real. But she does mention his name. So am I contradicting myself? Anyways, raw. So B.SIMONE, B.SIMONE is basically saying, like, I don't recall people asking for SOULJA Boy on the playlist. She was talking about how she was at a photo shoot. She wanted to create a playlist that more resonates with where she is now, which is a Christian playlist. And she was like, nobody has ever asked to play SOULJA Boy. Nobody has ever asked to play Crank That. Anywho, let me not say too much, but I want to play SOULJA Boy's reaction first. And then after that, we will look at what B.SIMONE said. Let's get into it.
Stinking pussy bitches. Bitch, you would never have kids. You look stupid as fuck. I got more hair than you.
Oh my gosh.
I got more hair than you. What the fuck? The fuck is a B.SIMONE? Get your stupid ass out of here, you ugly bitch. Got me fucked up. How a bitch with no hair talking crazy about me? Bitch, I got more hair than you. Who the fuck is you? You not funny, bitch. How you turn the audio on, blood?
A gospel playlist? She's like, no. I was like, okay, cool. I plugged up my phone.
You ugly as fuck.
Everybody was happy. Nobody said, why are
Look
you
at this
listening to
ugly
this?
bitch.
Put on SOULJA Boy. I don't think anybody is ever saying put on SOULJA Boy.
And ain't nobody ever said put on B.SIMONE. Who the fuck is you? I have never been nowhere talking to no bitch and they said, let's go to a B.SIMONE comedy show. Let's listen to B.SIMONE tell jokes. Who the fuck is B.SIMONE? The only way I ever heard is you was you saying SOULJA Boy look good. I want to fuck him. I want to suck his dick. I said no, bitch. You mad because I turned you down? Everybody want to fuck your ugly ass?
This is
I'm not the baby.
Absolutely.
What the fuck?
Disgusting.
I'm not the baby. I'm not. Who else you? That's the only nigga you ever played with. Your pussy stink, bitch. Don't nobody even know who you is, yo. You see me at, where we was at? MTV Wildin' Out. You was trying to suck my dick on set. Hey, SOULJA Boy, you look so good. You was trying to suck my dick at MTV Wildin' Out in front of Nick Cannon and the whole TV show. Say I'm lying, bitch. What the fuck?
All right. let's hop into B.SIMONE and what she actually said.
I had a photo shoot recently. I did a cover shoot for a magazine, and we walked in. They were like, "What music do you want to listen to?" She went down to her list. I was like, "Oh, what you got on your playlist?" She was like, "Drake." Da, da, da. I was like, "Oh, that's fine. Drake is actually one of my favorite artists." I was like, "Do you have a gospel playlist, like a turn up gospel playlist?" She was like, "No." I was like, "Okay, cool." I plugged up my phone, gave her my phone, and I was like, let's just play this. Baby, everybody was vibing. Everybody was lit. Everybody was happy. Nobody said, "Why are we listening to this?" Nobody said, "Man, put on SOULJA Boy. Put on..." No, I don't think anybody is ever saying put on SOULJA Boy. I don't know why I said that. I am sleepy weepy. Do you hear me? Not one time has anybody in the 34 years of my life ever said put on SOULJA Boy. And he is a hip hop legend. I have to say that, but I have never said, "Oh, what y'all want to listen to? Please put on Crank That." I have never said that. Why would I say that? I don't think anybody has ever said, "Put on Superman That Hoe. Put on Do That Batman." I've never said, "Put on SOULJA Boy." But y'all, we got to put some respect on SOULJA Boy's name. He is a trendsetter. He is an innovator in the culture. He has been the first to do a lot of things. So I respect SOULJA Boy. But me, I have never said, "Put on that SOULJA Boy playlist." I wonder what will pop up. I'm gonna do that today. SOULJA Boy, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna play your music just for the good old throwback on Snapchat or something.
Okay. So now that we have actually listened to both responses, I'm sorry, but I'm not understanding the response from SOULJA Boy. Like, literally, an emotional man is a dangerous man. It is not that we don't want, Black men specifically, it's not that we don't want y'all to express your feelings. And I'm sorry if we or society has not created a space to where you can do that, so that when you do express your feelings, that it goes through a vacuum that's acceptable and has some decorum to it. Where's your fucking couth? Where the hell is your couth? What the hell is wrong with you? Are you kidding me? Like, this is nasty. SOULJA Boy is disgusting. Like, literally, he is so disgusting for this. I am so sorry. I don't care. I hope he doesn't see, my podcast with all my 10 followers and things like that. Let me not downplay me, but I'm just saying, like, and even if he does, it is what it is. But, like, to be honest, and I don't feel like I'm being biased, because to be honest, like, B.SIMONE, she isn't on my top 10 fave. I really didn't like how she handled her situation with Megan Ashley and their podcast. I felt like the way that she displayed, because everybody will move forward in their own ways. I felt like the way that she displayed moving forward was disingenuous to me. And her comedy style doesn't always land, baby. It doesn't always land. I did like Baby Girl and all of that. I did like that era. I did. After it, I felt like from a comedic perspective, I'm not a comedian, so maybe I'm not the person to be talking about anything, but I am anyway. But it was no switch up. And maybe that's what comedians do. Like, maybe comedians have a certain style of comedy and, like, you go back to them over and over again. But I just felt like it was oversaturated. And anyways, so, this is really a conversation for another day. Like, I am definitely getting off track. But I actually don't think she meant any harm. Like, I actually don't think she meant any harm. I deadass have not either requested, "Okay, can y'all play Crank That? Can y'all play..." I can't even think. I really can't even think. But it doesn't mean that we don't like SOULJA Boy. And I'm trying to think about in the time period when SOULJA Boy was really like, during the 2000s, early 2000s time period, where we really, really was into SOULJA Boy, like, or when he had hit after hit after hit. And it doesn't mean that he doesn't release hits now. It just means that he's ventured off and done other things. So he's not coming out with those hits back to back like he did during those seasons. And all artists have that. But it's just like, I don't recall ever being like, "Y'all put on SOULJA Boy." I don't think she really meant anything by it. I don't think she really meant anything by it. And you can have your opinion. You can have your opinion about things without being called a bitch. He called her a bitch. He's talking about her private areas. I really want to say that. And he said, "You're never going to have kids." Like, what? What? Where are you warranted to say all that? Like, where doesn't SOULJA Boy have children? Does he have a daughter or does he have a son? It doesn't even matter. But it's just like, why would you ever say that? And it's just like, he's too old to be doing that. I kind of chuckled a little bit. I'm not going to hold you. And I just said that, her comedy style doesn't always land with me now because I understood what she meant. I understood what she meant. Like I said, do we ever request SOULJA Boy? Maybe not. But do we fuck with him? Yes. We sure do. We sure do. You know what I mean? We definitely do. Like she said, he was the first to do a lot of different things. What was he really the first to do? Y'all let me know. I'm not even trying to be an asshole. I'm dead ass not. I just am trying to figure out what is he was the first to do. Like the Crank That series? Is that what he was the first to do? Is his catalog a banger? Yes. Is he a hip hop legend in his own? Yes. But men, again, I am so confused. I can't speak on a man's perspective like I continue to say. However, and so, you're entitled to your emotions, but you're not entitled to the behavior. This lash out against women is disgusting. I'm trying to figure it out. Because I feel like I'm seeing, I was talking to my homegirl about this, and I feel like I'm seeing men toast up with the shots and stuff in like a group of men, like all together, but I'm not seeing them get no twerk. Now, it depends on what type of men we're talking about. If we're talking about men who are married, who have families and all those different things, yes, let them toast up in a group together, and there better not be no bitches there. But like, if you just a man and you out and you see bitches out and you see girls out, you see girls out and stuff like that, like, go mingle with the young ladies. And I'm just feeling like y'all are like getting around and huddling in a group and y'all are enabling each other's behavior. Like, truthfully, I don't believe in canceling or anything like that, but SOULJA Boy has definitely got a demerit from me. He already got a demerit because he had that domestic issue and things like that, and I don't feel like he ever addressed that in a way that said he acknowledged his behavior. And if he did, I don't feel like it was sufficient enough for what he actually did do. We saw how he spoke to his girlfriend then, and how he treated her, and he was completely gross. He's completely gross. I guess we're just finding him, entertaining at this point for certain things, but some stuff we really got to call out. And I feel like other men have to call that shit out. And I guess you really don't. I guess it really isn't, men's responsibility to raise other men, but like, men, go get y'all people. These are y'all people, right? Like, SOULJA Boy, gross. The behavior from both of these men, the man at the coffee shop from SOULJA Boy responding to B.SIMONE, is disgusting. So let's be real. I know that we talk about mental health a lot more now, but unfortunately, I feel like I'm still seeing people be like, oh, well, I guess it's a thing where people are using mental health as an excuse to act however they want to and to treat people however they want to. No, but I do think that mental health is so important to talk about. Mental health is something that I think that I more so address like in my vlogs and things like that. And my vlogs are sporadic. Okay. Like I could continue to say, they're sporadic. But I talk about my mental health in regards to my anxiety and things that really cause me to be, feel restricted and oftentimes, maybe even misdirect my energy in certain spaces. I see a therapist probably every other week. I used to see a therapist weekly, up until my wedding, where my therapist left the practice. And girl, when my therapist left the practice, I thought I was going to fall apart. I thought that I was literally not going to make it because I'm a person that talks all the time. I'm a person full of personality. And I think that sometimes it's not that people don't even check on your strong friends. I feel like people also don't check on the people that I guess appear to have it all. People constantly tell me, like, they'll be like, oh, I want what you have, or I can't wait to have what you have. And what is it that I have? What is it that I have? Not that I am looking at my life and don't feel like I have everything. I'm truly so blessed for my family, for my husband, for the life and the home that we're able to build for our children. And, the life that we build for ourselves individually, for our individual projects that we do. But like, what is it that I have? And I'm always curious about that, because I think that sometimes when people say that to me, I feel like it also makes me feel like they think that, you know, I just have it all together, that I do not struggle, and I struggle on a daily basis. I'm just a faith girly. Believe in God, and I believe in prayer, and I believe in hell. But I not have this baby. I believe in a couple of shots until we can figure out what the hell to do. But whatever it takes, truthfully. Don't abuse drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. But anywho, mental health is so important. And men, again, specifically African American men, do we want y'all to express your feelings? Yes. Do we want y'all to show emotions? Yes. And when I say emotional men, I'm not talking about a man who expresses his emotions, that cries or that, you know, gets frustrated or any of those things. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a man who has no control over his emotions. Because women, at the end of the day, these men are strong, like physically. Normally, they're stronger than us. And so a man who does not have, I believe a man who does not have control over his emotions is a dangerous man. It's someone that could be abusive. It's verbally and physically. It's someone that can drain and take away from who you are and delete your existence. And I've had a many a plenty of, okay? I've had a many a plenty of interactions, with men who I think that qualify in this space. But why in some cases does it look like this when a man expresses his feelings? It's screaming, it's yelling, it's throwing stuff. What the fuck is this? What is this? Have women not provided a safe space, as previously mentioned? Or society? I don't think it's all on women. You know, I don't think so. I think that it just ends up looking very rough. It appears that Soulja Boy really got his feelings hurt. He said, "Who knows you? Like, who are you? Who are you? You know what I mean? Who are you to say something about me? Does anybody even know you? Your feelings are hurt. I don't care." And it appears the man at the coffee shop was frustrated, but with a horrendous display of behavior. Horrendous display of behavior. And again, mental health is so important. I've learned a lot about that in my relationship with my husband, how I speak to him. I have two options. I can either build him up with the words that I say or break him down. And that's with anything that I say. Anything that I say. I think men are super, we've acknowledged and we know that men are more internal and that they keep things inside and that they don't really talk about everything. I'm the type of person, and I've also requested my husband as well, but I'm the type of person that I want you to talk to me about it in real time. Don't loop. Cause then I'm going to be like, what are you talking about? Or, you know, and I could not agree with what it is that you're saying regardless, even if you do say it in real time. But I'm the type of person that if you do something, it's going to take me 3, 2, 1 to come and address it. And it also really depends on who you are, because as a Virgo woman, you're not always going to get that close connection from me. If I feel like you're worth me talking about my feelings and things like that, then I will say it. But I'm the type of person that if I do feel that comfortability, then I want to talk about it in real time. And I feel like, again, like I said, I know that men keep things inside, and I feel like that, I have struggled, and I do struggle. I do still struggle with my words. Sometimes I say something to my husband and I'm like, shit, damn it. Shouldn't have said that. But you pissed me off. But then you're responsible for whatever the response is from that man once you do say those type of things.